Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Rosie Gremmert. I'm a Diamond in doTERRA, and I am super excited to share with you today about how to make it easy to have essential oils in your life. So there are three things we're going to talk about in this class. Three cool things about the oils, three different ways to get them into your home, and three ways to use them, right? So three cool things about essential oils. I am going to go through this pretty quickly because I know you can read, right? They're safe, effective, and they're affordable. So I know that many, many years ago, back in the 80s, when I first started using essential oils, I had a journey to go through, and I've noticed that every single person that starts using essential oils, you have the same kind of a journey. You've had these patterns, these ways you've been doing things before, and now you're learning about new and different ways to do it. So they are safe. There's no side effects. You don't have to worry about addiction. Your body recognizes them in a different way, just like the food that you eat will accept those natural chemical constituents that are in the essential oils into the cells in a different way and interact with the cells in a different way, so their effectiveness is different than what you've been used to working with synthetic compounds that you get out there in the world. Another beautiful thing about them and their effectiveness is it's not just one thing for one thing. So I'll talk about DigestZen in a little bit when we get there. But instead of being like, oh, I need this for gas, and I need this for bloating, and I need this for diarrhea, and I need this for constipation, then I might feel nauseous, so I need this, you use DigestZen. It's beautiful. So that is one of the ways that it is more affordable. It saves you money. I can't tell you how many times I would buy a specific over-the-counter thing, excuse me, for a specific targeted need that we had, and then we wouldn't have that need again like for another year until that season came around again and we needed that specific symptom control, right? This is not about symptom control. And we have saved so much money over the years. Started using doTERRAs exclusively in 2011 because I kid you not, 90% of the things we manage in our own home. And I'm not against doctors. I'm not against pharmaceuticals. I'm not against antibiotics. They're life-saving, and there are times that they're needed. And we truly have saved so much money. We have what we need right here in our home. We can have a quick response to things and get inflammation managed. And we save so much on copays and on prescriptions and time and resources and missed time away from work, needing to be in lines and waiting rooms and all those things. So they're safe, they're effective, and they're affordable. Now you can see three essential oils across the bottom of the screen. If we were all in a room together, I'd pass these around so you could experience them. And maybe the person that is sending you this sent you some samples, or maybe you even already have set up your wholesale account and you've got these at your hands right now. So I'm going to encourage you, if you've got the samples or if you already have the oils, go ahead and crack them open. Experience your oils as we go through this class. The peppermint, if you take it and you spin your bottle, and let me find, well, this one's grapefruit, but that's okay. It can still show you what I want to show you. I'm going to stop my screen for just a second so you can see better. You can see on this grapefruit oil, if I spin it, there is the essential oil supplement facts label right there. Isn't that fun how I have it right in front of my face, right? So at a glance, you can see which ones can I use internally, and the grapefruit is one of them, right? So if this were my peppermint, then what I would encourage you to do right now is to take your peppermint, put a little drop on the back of your hand, and go ahead and give it a lick. And actually, I love grapefruit too. I'm also going to encourage you to put a drop right here in the palm of your hand. Just gently spread it out on your hands and then take a deep breath. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so I'm starting to move into the three ways to use essential oils. So we're going to go back to our slide deck so you can have that visual too, right? Go to here. Thanks for being patient. One more thing before I move off this slide. Can you see that A and the T and the I next to the peppermint and the On Guard and the lavender? That stands for aromatic, topical, or internal. So we're moving to the next slide, but you can see all of these ones have that supplement facts label on there, and they're good for aromatic use, which is smelling, topical use, like putting it right on your skin, and also for internal use. Been rated as safe for that. Okay, so the 3 ways to use oils are aromatic, topical, and internal. And you can put it in your water. If you're going to put it in your water, you'd want to put it in a glass, not a plastic water bottle, okay? You can put them in an empty veggie cap. Like I'll do that with things like oregano or cinnamon or cassia, because those are so hot that for me, topically, they can burn. For anybody, they can burn. And so that is those are some of the oils I'll put in a capsule whenever I take them, or ones that don't taste very great, I'll put those in a capsule too. So remember I said, go ahead and feel free to put it right here on the palm of your hand. And you can just take some deep breaths. Now I remember thinking, what, I'm going to smell something that's going to make me feel different. And truly, because your olfactory system is set up so that those olfactory nerves wrap right around the amygdala. The amygdala is that lizard part of your brain where the fight, flight, or freeze response is. People know that that is also the place where all of your emotions and memory are stored. So when you smell this, 2 things happen. One, those natural constituents are going right into your bloodstream. This is a drug delivery method, right? They're going right into the bloodstream because they're hitting against those mucous membranes and they're being absorbed. So that's one way. Secondarily, because smell is our strongest sense, you are having this aroma go right through your olfactory nerves, wrapping right down into the very core of your brain to where that amygdala is, where all your memory and emotions are stored, where that fight, flight, or freeze response is. So if you are having any kind of stress or a stress response, taking these deep breaths, and I mean several deep breaths, 5 or 6 of them, they have actually seen heart rate slow, blood pressure go down, those responses happen, right? So you can see on the topical section, there's a little picture of fractionated coconut oil. That is because if an oil is hot or spicy, and maybe it's just hot or spicy for you. Like me personally, I cannot use lemongrass undiluted on my ligaments and tendons for support. It's so good for helping for muscle recovery, or if you've had a little injury and you need some extra support there. I can't use it undiluted. I need to put a couple drops of lemongrass and then like 6 or 7 drops of coconut oil in my hand, and then I can put it on that area of concern that I have, right? You can tell I've used it on my elbows, right? That's a typical place for me. So your essential oil expert who's teaching you, this is why they do a consult with you, is so that they can talk about the oils you have and which ones you're going to want to be able to dilute. Because 1, we don't ever want you to have an oil you don't know how to use. And 2, we want you to know how to use them safely. So if it's me, reach out to me. Let's set up that consult. If it is one of the other experts that I'm connected to, then reach out to them and set up your consult. You can just have all your things out, even if it's on Zoom, and you can talk about how to use the oils that you have, so we know that you know how to use them and you're using them safely. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about lemon. This is one of those ones where it's like, no, it's not just for one thing. For centuries, you guys, lemon's been used as a cleaning agent, and there's a good reason why. It has the ability to just like break down the gooey, gunky stuff. You can witness this. Like, let's say you have a container. This is actually a recycled container I have right here, and it had a sticker on it. I peeled off that paper sticker. I put a couple drops of lemon on there. I rubbed it on with my finger, gave it, I don't know, maybe a minute or a minute and a half to kind of eat through the gummy stuff. Then I just wiped it off with a tissue. And so then I've got this nice, great container. I was able to recycle into some peppermint bath salts, right? So it also works that way for your body. I put lemon and ginger in my water every single day. It's a great, gentle detox. It helps support my kidneys and my liver, keeps everything about my endocrine system feeling happy and cleaned out. It's great for hormones in that way, and just super fresh and bright. And I end up drinking more water, right? Because I am getting this great tasting water without all these other things in there. And then I use lemon in so many of my cleaners. It's another place where I've saved so much money by making my own cleaners. And it's easy. It's not complicated. You don't need a big, tough recipe. In fact, we've got another class that's all on just making cleaners. So look for that on our eoLIFE education YouTube channel, right? I'm going to go through these next oils pretty quickly because I do want you to reach out to your person and get your consult scheduled. That's where you get specific details just for you, right? Frankincense is such a calming oil. It actually has been helped to support with the blood-brain barrier and brain function in phenomenal ways. It takes a cell and helps a cell know what it's supposed to do. And it's just been used for, again, generations. One of my favorite things to do is, besides smelling it, is to put some right here on my brainstem. I like to put a couple drops under my tongue. I get some frankincense every day in the supplements that I take because it's already encased in there. So that's an internal usage too. And I also like to take my hydrating cream that I use at night, and I'll put a couple drops of frankincense in the palm of my hand and then put my hydrating cream in and put it on. And I think it's working, you guys, because I'm a grandma of 9, and people look at me all the time and they're like, what? How could you be a grandma of 9? And I didn't start having kids when I was 14, I promise. But the frankincense, it really is making a difference with what I do. All right, digestion, I already talked a little bit about this. If you are someone who has throughout your lifetime, or even maybe just right now, you experience stuff going on with your digestive system more than, well, even once a week is too much, you guys. That's too much. Then I would recommend to you, just take a couple drops of digestion at the same time every day. Tie it to a habit you already have. This is my little case I carry around with me. Isn't this so cute? This actually helps support a nonprofit. There's women who made this in, I think, Guatemala. I should know that. So I only have a teeny tiny bottle of the digestion. It normally comes in a full size 15 ml, like what you see in the screen. So I literally take my digestion every single evening just before dinner time, because I've got it linked to that habit, and I just go like this. And I just take 2 drops. And because that's part of a daily habit for me, this helps to reduce that inflammation, keep my digestive system happy. And if I've maybe gotten into something that doesn't agree with me, there's many things that don't agree with me, gluten, dairy, a few other things. I've recognized corn's not a good thing for me. I can, after a meal, just take a couple drops, wait maybe 5 or 10 minutes. If it's not resolved, take a couple drops. I've used it for motion sickness. I've used it topically and internally for diarrhea. I have literally had thousands and thousands of people have life-changing experiences just with this one oil alone. Deep Blue, another big favorite. doTERRA's blends are masterful, you guys. I actually have been through more than one program for aromatherapy and for essential oil therapist certification, and their blends are really well crafted. This is good for anything that hurts. I don't need to dilute this. So I fell a few years ago. I broke this wrist, and I can really easily, I like to knit, crochet. I'm a creator. I make things. I love to work hard and stay strong. And this wrist can bug me. So I just put a little bit of Deep Blue on there. Can you see it? I don't know. It's about a drop, maybe 2. And I can just rub it on those achy spots. Another place, because of that broken wrist, that will hurt is this joint. So I'll just take the Deep Blue, put it right on that joint. This bottle's almost empty. You usually don't have to tap it that much. So that's, again, about one drop that I put on there. And, literally, this is going to be resolved in just a few minutes. I won't have any more ache. These little things that you think you just have to live with. I'm 53 years old. I've got aches and pains. My body has put up a good fight, right? I've put it through the trenches in my 53 years. And those little things that you think you just have to live with, you don't. I was speaking with a customer the other day, and she actually sent me this beautiful note. It was very heartwarming, and I love hearing these things. And she said, these things that I didn't think were possible to have be different in my life, you have helped me be equipped to change. And she said along the lines of, I'm living a completely different life than I ever could even envision. I couldn't even imagine my life without those things, the issues that she was dealing with. And it's not an overnight thing, and these aren't magic. It really is just interacting with your body in a different way. It's natural. Your body knows what to do with them. And we help you learn how to link it to habits you already have. So it makes it simple, make these changes. So again, same kind of thing. If you have something that's bugging you all the time, make using deep blue oil part of your daily routine. And then you won't have that's like, oh, that's bugging me. You can also use that deep blue before you go to do something. So I plan on going outside later on today. I'm going to clean out our chicken coop. I'm going to prepare a space for a second coop so we can have some fancy breeds. We've got some stuff to do to work in the garden. And so before I go out there, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of deep blue on my shoulders, on my knees, and on my left hip. Because again, old injury. I already know that if I overwork some of those areas, they'll hurt me. So I use the deep blue beforehand. And then when I come inside for the evening, I might add a little bit more to a couple places, right? So there's several ways to use this deep blue consistently every single day before you do something, and then again after for faster recovery. The Breathe blend is another blend that has made a big difference in our family. We honestly had 4 of us that were sharing 2 medical grade diffusers in our home, and the Breathe blend in combination with that frankincense and some other things in a routine as well that we have a specific class just on respiratory support, again, on our YouTube channel. Stacey Cahill is our teacher for that. Respiratory support with Stacey Cahill on eoLIFE education YouTube channel. But this Breathe blend, again, you can put it topically. You can put some drops right here. We teach people to, if you're someone that needs that extra support, you put it in your hands and go, get it in really deep, right? And again, using it daily can help keep things below that line where you're needing to have like deeper, more focused, like this is something I have to pay attention to. I have no choice anymore kind of a thing, right? Keeping it so that I'm using it consistently. I'm using it daily. It's kind of like I'm a holistic health coach and I always tell people, well, it's like you don't just instantly lose 10 pounds because you have salads for one day. No, you've got to integrate it into your life, make it part of your lifestyle, right? And then you see these major shifts and big changes. And pretty soon you turn around and you look 3 months back and you're like, wow, I'm having a completely different experience, right? So Breathe blend is another must-have for everyone to have in their home. Because no matter what, even if you're not someone that deals with respiratory stuff all the time, then at different times throughout a year, any of us can end up needing some extra support with the respiratory system. And this is a beautiful one to diffuse. So can you see how it just says aromatic and topical, right? Those little dots are just A and T. This information is in the reference books we have. It's in doTERRA's product catalog. It's on doTERRA's website. So you work hand in hand with your expert who's teaching you, and just know whether you can use it internally or not. It's recorded in several places too. Now, if I were to pick up this Breathe blend and take a look at it, which again, I've got in my little travel one, I've got a 5 ml in here, right? So if I pick up this Breathe blend and I take a look at it, then there is no supplement facts label. It's not meant for internal use. It's meant for you to put it on topically or for you to breathe it in. Wild orange, the citrus oils, you guys, they are mood lifting, just like lemon. It helps to act as a gentle cleanser. I also like wild orange and ginger in my water. We add wild orange into many of our baked goods. And I use wild orange in cooking all the time. In fact, I have some nice sunflower oil that I've already preloaded with the wild orange essential oil, so that when I'm doing cooking and I want to add that nice citrusy flavor to things, that I can already got that orange oil ready to go, right? It is a great one to diffuse. If you want to shift the mood of everybody in your house every single morning and have better mornings, just put wild orange and peppermint in the diffuser in the morning. Such a wake me up. It's also a good thing for that witching hour that can happen like after school, homework, after work, before dinner time in there, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. The wild orange and peppermint in the diffuser at that time is really good too. Adaptive, this is actually one that I put on before I was going to present today. Adaptive specifically is created for calming, for taking that amygdala and basically just wrapping it in a big hug and saying it's okay. you've got this, and everything's going to be just great. Don't worry, calm down. And the Adaptive has a whole system. I think I have a slide for that later on too. We've got soft gels, so you can take that every single day internally and get that internal support too. Those soft gels have got some GABA and some other nice natural herbal supports that are calming in addition to the essential oils too. This is one that honestly I like to put a drop in the palm of my hand to smell, to get that aromatic benefit. Oops, it's trying to slide away. Here, let's move that over there. To get that aromatic benefit. So good. And then I also will take this one and I'll put a little bit behind each ear, so I get that topical benefit. I'll put a little bit right here, because then it's kind of like this area, my chest and heart area, is acting like a natural diffuser for me for sustained. And I'll take a drop, just one, it's all it takes, you guys. I'll take a drop and I'll go like this in my hair. Doesn't make your hair greasy. It's not an oil. You know, a lot of people think, oh, essential oils are oily. They're not. I don't know quite why they're called oils, because they're actually natural chemical constituents that are either cold pressed or steam distilled right out of the plant materials. So now whenever I move my head around, I can smell that Adaptive too. And it's a really nice way to get support. The other thing that many people do with this Adaptive right now is they'll take their facial mask and they'll get some on their hand and they just swipe the inside of their mask. Just give it a swipe, right? So then when you've got your mask on and you're needing to go out in public with your mask on, you can have that calming, right? That calming sensation. So Adaptive is a big favorite right now for kids, adults, grandmas, grandpas, everybody. Super, super amazing. Copaiba, this one is, if you ever use CBD oil, balm, salves, this is how you can, for about a third the cost, make your own and not have all those other things that can be in those creams and lotions and gels and everything. This also can be used internally. If my mind is spinning or I've got aches and pains, I'll honestly just open my mouth, put a couple drops under my tongue, hold it there for a couple minutes, and then swallow. I can put it topically on anything that's achy too. And again, when people use it consistently every single day, then that is where some really, really amazing transitions happen. You can also get the Copaiba in a soft gel. So if you need that emotional support, that brain support, or you just have ongoing things where your body needs support with aches and pains, then that soft gel can be a really easy way to get that into your daily routine. Citrus Bliss is only meant for aromatic and topical, kind of like the Adaptive. It's a mood lifting blend. It was one of doTERRA's original 4 mood lifters. And I don't know anybody that doesn't love this one. It's really nicely priced because it's mostly citrus oils, right? And those are easy to source and easy to extract. So the cost is low on those. And this is a beautiful blend for a diffuser. Doesn't have that pepperminty, minty smell to it, but it does have multiple citrus oils in there and a little bit of like a vanilla undertone. And again, I haven't ever seen anybody that doesn't love this aroma. So what are the 3 things that you've thought about as I've been like, can you imagine your life without those things? What if you didn't have that particular ache or situation every single day or every few days or every week or whatever it is for you, or every month? Oh my goodness. The women's hormones pieces is huge. Again, look at our YouTube channel. We've got more than one class on there about hormones. And I want you to write those things down, because you're going to reach out to me if I'm the one teaching you, or you're going to reach out to the person who is teaching you. And you're going to say, I've got these concerns. I want to imagine. I want to even hope to believe that I can imagine to not have these things in my life. And tell me, what would you recommend for me to do to start on that? And even if you only start with one of those things and you stick with it for 3 months, you will be amazed at the changes. And this is why myself and the other people that are connected to me who teach about doTERRA's oils, it's why we do what we do. because of just like that text message I get, just like all the shifts and changes we've seen in our own lives, and all the people that we know, that as we've been able to help them to learn how to make those changes and learn how the essential oils work to help their bodies do what their bodies want to do anyway. Honestly, the essential oils are a tool. Your body knows what to do. You're just giving your body the boosters to do what it wants to do. Write those things down. Text the person or message the person on social media right now. If it's me, then text or message me. Exactly what are those concerns? And if there are specific things I talked about today that you're like, yeah, I think that I want to try that. I think that could help me. Write that down too. Because if you're like, oh yeah, that thing with it's got a blue label. I'm sorry, friends, but there's like 8 oils that have blue labels. Like even I just showed you digestion, adaptive, and peppermint, right? There's 3 right there, just in what we talked. Oh, and deep blue. There's 4 right there, just the ones we talked about. So jot down now the things you're interested in, because that's going to help me. It's going to help the person teaching you to know what it is that you're interested in focusing on. This is something I mentioned earlier in the class about the supplements. Now, the beautiful thing about this is most people are super used to, oh yeah, if I get in the habit, I take this every single day, I'm going to see a shift in what my body's doing and how my brain is responding and how my emotions are, what my inflammation feels like, the health of my nail, my skin, my nails and my skin and my hair, and all those things. Like we're used to that. Our society's been conditioned to that. So the beautiful thing about the Lifelong Vitality Pack is doTERRA not only took some of the most beneficial essential oils for you to be using internally, but very high quality, clean, whole food nutrients all packed into a supplement that you can take every single day. And I have been taking this since 2011, and I really do believe it is one of the main reasons why I'm having such a different experience with being in my 50s than many of the people that I went to school with and that I'm friends with. I'm having a dramatically different experience. I have noted I have different levels of energy, and it's not artificial, stimulated, caffeine-driven energy. I have healthy hair and nails. I don't have as much gray hair as other people. And you may be like, oh, I mean, because you can find proof for anything you want, right? You might be like, oh, that's genetic, or this is this, or that's because of this. Yes, and I've noticed a difference. These are the only supplements I've ever taken that I feel different because I'm taking them. And it's not an instant difference, friends. I tell people, wait 2.5 to 3 weeks. And after you've been taking them for 2.5 to 3 weeks, take a look back over your shoulder at what life was like a month ago. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, I don't ever want to feel that way again. Because you're helping your body get all of the nutrients that it wants and that it needs in our food. I'm a raw food chef, you guys. I eat raw, organic, healthy, whole foods. And I eat raw a good 95% of the time. And our food is not compacted with the nutrient density that was there for our ancestors 100 years ago. It's just not there. So this is your ticket to feeling differently and being able to integrate it into your life really easily. And did you know this is actually our #1 product? We're an essential oil company, the best in the world. We are in like 60 countries. We have a 98% exclusivity in our sourcing. We test multiple third-party and in-house tests every single time we source from a grower. The highest quality essential oils in the world. And our #1 product is the Lifelong Vitality Pack because it has that much of an impact. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you really have nothing to lose. Reach out to me, reach out to the person that's teaching you and be like, I want this Lifelong Vitality Pack and I want these oils and I want to feel differently in a month and even more different in 3 months, right? So there's 3 ways to purchase. There's retail. It's the most expensive. Nobody here is going to do that. That account type that way to purchase was set up specifically. So like if you walk in your chiropractor's office and they want you to be able to have a tube of deep blue rub to take home that day, you can purchase it off the shelf. You don't get the education, the support. You don't get the consult. You're not taught in how to be able to get additional benefits and the additional, like bonuses and free things that doTERRA throws in. You don't get any of that. You just retail off the shelf. The next is wholesale. That's how you get these very best products in the world at the best prices. It's honestly just like a Costco account. You can't sell. You can't have anybody like put underneath you in network marketing structure. It's not having a business. You're not a distributor, any of those other labels that you want to put on there. It really is just like a Costco account. You spend $35 and you get 25% off for a year. There's no monthly minimums. There's no quarterly or annual minimums. There's nothing linked to it. It's like you walk in the virtual website door of your doTERRA Costco account. You walk around the website and put all the things in your cart that you want, and you get to check out with your 25% discount. It's simple. And then the next is wholesale plus points for free products. This is the smartest way to buy. You still get your 25% off. It's the same wholesale account. And as you do make purchases monthly, then you get your shipping reimbursed. You get points back starting at 10% back and then all the way up to 30. And that is based on how long you're loyal. It's not based on only like, oh, if you make this really big purchase, then only the people that purchase big get big rewards. No, it's based on being loyal. So the longer that you have a loyalty rewards order, your points back percentage level goes up, right? So when you do that, like for me, because even though I educate and teach and I am a distributor, I'm a customer first and foremost. This is my lifestyle. This is what we use. This is our 90% that we reach for. This is how we do our prevention. These are in our 72-hour kits. This is our prepper way. This is part of our homesteading lifestyle, right? These really do go into our cooking, and they're part of our nightly routine that we put oils on our 7th graders' back and help him to center and ground and have that amazing, beautiful human connection, right? Human touch. We've got an excuse to be touching our teenager in a positive, uplifting, and healthy way, right? So this really is part of what we do. So in that customer situation, I am getting basically a 55% discount because I get my 25% discount and then I get 30% back in points, and those points spend just like dollars. So just to make it easy, if I made a purchase that was 100 in a month, I'm going to get 30 points back I can spend the next month. So that next month, then when I redeem points, all the product that comes into my home, I have in essence gotten a 55% discount on those products coming into my home. And so with that, a lot of things I used to buy out at the store in order to get whole, clean, free of all those toxins I don't want in my house, things like our hand soap and our laundry soap and shampoo and things like that, I now get them at a 55% discount once I redeem those points. So I'm getting them for cheaper than I could get out there. So it's another way that you're saving money, right? This is the smartest way to buy. This is what I recommend for everybody. So what you can expect from me or the person who's teaching you, you'll get some kind of a welcome packet. It might be physical in the mail, or it might be something that's emailed to you. You're going to get that personal consult. Remember, we don't ever want you to have any oils you don't know how to use. We don't ever want you to be worried about safety. We're here to ensure that you know how to use them and how to be safe. You get access to all kinds of VIP education groups, events, amazing community and support. Some of my very best friends are part of my doTERRA community. And that's not just because I'm an educator. I see so many of my customers that they've created lifelong friendships with other customers because they're people that have the same kinds of core values, looking for the same kinds of things, right? So it's a great place to connect. We've got giveaways. You can read ongoing support. I like to do follow-up consults every 5 to 7 months, about 6 months, with the people that are my personal customers, and many of the people that are educators. I know that that's what they do too. All right, so really quickly, if you don't already have your account, I know some of you do, and you were watching this because, hey, I have never gone to an intro class. So I'm kind of done with the intro class part. So if that's you, thanks for joining. You can go ahead and leave, or you can hang out with me longer. I don't mind, but I just wanted you to know what you can expect from here on out. What I'm going to talk about now is different ways that people can get started, because these setup collections have got that $35 fee rolled in. Maybe this is your first intro class and you're like, oh, well, I'd like to know what those options are because my mom is kind of thinking about maybe getting an account. Then just hang out, just stay with us. I go through it pretty quickly. And then at the end, I know there's some of you that you're also thinking about, well, you said something about a distributor account. I want to know a little bit more about that. And so really quickly, this isn't like a presentation on that. Really quickly, I just run through how it is that you'd go to the next step with that if that's something you want to learn more about. So that's what we have between now and the end of our time together today. So this, what you can see here, is the US Markets Healthy Start Kit. And this has, remember I showed that I had a 5 ml bottle of some of the things and I had 15 mils of them. So like here is the Breathe in a 5 ml bottle, right? You guys see the label? There's the Breathe in the 5 ml bottle. This is the size of the ones that come in this Healthy Start Kit. If here's Copaiba, and this one is in the 15 ml. You see how that's in my go bag, right? I always have my Copaiba with me. So you get 3 times as much oil in the 15 ml bottle as you do in the 5 ml. So I just like to make sure people know every single bottle in here is the 5 ml. Even if you end up getting full size later on different oils, they're really nice to have in the things that you carry around. This is our like basic, almost like a sampler collection getting started. These are the top 10 oils. These are the things that many of them we covered in the class. You can tackle either with these things singly or by pairing 2 or 3 things together. I would say 65 to 70% of the things that will come up for you. And it's a really great way to get started on some routines. And then know that when you purchase again, you'll be getting those 15 ml bottles. Many of these oils, everything except for that deep blue 5 ml that's in the middle, everything else when you purchase it out of the regular line only comes in a 15 ml bottle. So just some clarifying pieces there. This is the Canadian collection. So you can see the Canadian pricing down there on the bottom. Oh, and just a note about PV. PV stands for product value. So it's a way that the cost of different products and collections are equalized across different markets is their PV value. So the reason why to keep this in mind is there's many of us educators that if your initial setup order is at least 100 PV, then there's special gifts for you. And doTERRA many times has different promotions too, where if it's at least 100 PV, maybe you get a special, free oil or whatever. And sometimes it's 200 PV. Like in December, as long as I've been a part of doTERRA, there's been a 200 PV special in December where if you place a 200 PV order, you get a free full-size frankincense, 15 ml frankincense. So that's the reason why to have that tucked in the back of your mind about what is PV, what does that mean? So you can see the US one on here, it's 100 PV, Canadian 116.5 PV. Okay, the next collection is called the Healthy Habits Kit. This is my personal favorite. Anybody that I am health coaching, I have them start with this collection. You get started on the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I didn't talk about digestive enzymes and the probiotics, but as a health coach, those are essential building blocks to getting, you've got to have the engine working to have everything else work. So we'll get the nutrients in we need, we get the engine working. You get 5 oils to get started on those habits with your oils. And with any of these collections, you can be like, well, yeah, Rosie, that's what I want, but I really wanted to get started on the adaptive system. No big deal. You can just do it as an add-on. We just put this kit in the cart and do this as an add-on. So you can customize like that. Here's the Canadian equivalent, right? Same concepts. The difference here is they also give you some veggie caps, right? Here's the Healthy Essentials collection. You can see that both Canadian and US market that they're 15 ml bottles. So the difference between this and the other collection I showed you is this has adaptive and Copaiba and Balance, which is another mood, a mood support blend. It's all tree oils and it's very grounding. And so if you're looking for more emotional support as well, you get this diffuser. This is actually one of our most economical collections as far as getting the most bang for your buck. That $35 fee is rolled right in, and you are getting the full-size bottles. And there's the Canadian again, so you can see what that is. This is the Healthy Home Kit. This is, you're like, yeah, but I want to be able to have the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. I want doTERRA hand wash. I still want the diffuser and all the top oils. I'm ready to start working down that checklist of removing toxins out of my life. So that's why the toothpaste and the shampoo and conditioner are in there, is to help you get started on having a healthy lifestyle in your whole home, right? So there's the US and there's the Canadian, same concepts. Feel free to take a picture. If that helps you, you can just take a screenshot or take a picture, right? I love this little diffuser. It is got this beautiful like marble texture, faux texture on the outside of it. It's just really pretty. And then Natural Solutions collection, we have both the US and the Canadian, right? And they do alter a little bit, so I'll toggle back and forth between the pictures. I love the box with this. I love this diffuser. It runs for a long time. It's great for travel. You get started on the Lifelong Vitality Pack. You get started on being able to clean up things in your home. You also get that Terrazyme. And this is the collection I got started with. I was like, I'm done. I'm drawing a line in the sand. I am done having that hormonal experience that I've been having since I was 12 years old, and I'm going to make a change for myself and for my family. And so it had a different name at the time. It was called the Chi Kit, but this is in essence the collection that I got started with. And if you are serious about changing things for yourself and for the people that you love around you, this is the investment for you. I've also had people who have gotten started with this collection, and then they've been able to use a couple of the things that maybe they're like, oh, I'll get that for myself next month or the month after. And they've used this to do some gifting too, right? Pulled like the Serenity out and gifted that for somebody for sleep support. So that's the Natural Solutions collection. And then last but not least is what's called our Simple Solutions. And in Canada here is what it is as well for your pricing there. And this is really meant to be like our add-on. So you get started with this, that $35 membership fee is rolled in, you get your 25% off for the whole year. And this is where you can like add the entire kids collection. We have 7 oils in a kids collection that are pre-diluted, colorful, easily named for even young kids to be able to recognize and see what on the label they're supposed to use that thing for, right? There's a mood and emotion collection. We've got 6 emotions oils, and so maybe you want to add on a diffuser and all the emotions oils. Maybe you want to focus on sleep and stress. Maybe you want to do a detox. So this is like our customize it package. You get started with these little basics and then you add things on. And again, there's the Canadian one. So doTERRA also has a way for you to focus on a specific wellness path. If you're in Canada, then the way the program works is you get one of these kits each month. You'd get I believe it's Immunity Kit month 1, Mind and Mood month 2, and Relief Kit month 3. And I might have those scrambled, but you can get a flyer from the person who's teaching you, and it'll outline that exactly which order they come in. And if you're in the US, then each of these tracks has 3 collections to it. Now, why do that? Because we know that many times people are like these are the top 3 things that we help people with. Immunity, mind and mood, and then relief is pain and inflammation. And this gets you this beautiful little bag. You can have your things to carry it around and key focused things. So you get started with the collection of your choice, perhaps this with some add-ons. And then for that monthly order, we've made it easy for you to focus on the track. So like I said, 3 months out, you're having a completely different experience, right? So ask me if it's me or the person is teaching you. Tell me more about the wellness kits for months 1, 2, and 3. Like, I want to hear more about that. And we can show you exactly what's in there. There's exclusive things that are in there that you can't get. Like in the relief kit, one of the things I love is I think it's month 2. There's a refillable deep blue tube that's little. So it makes it easy for portable, and it's easy for a workout bag, right? I like to go hiking, and I have it in my backpack. So text me, message me, text or message the person who is teaching you right now. Tell them the things. Remember, what is it you want to focus on, and what are products that have stood out to you? And they're going to help you do what is very best for you. That's our goal. So look at this cute keychain. It's got little sample bottles in there of some of our top oils, right? So would you like to have something like this? Like, you can clip it on your backpack, throw it in your purse, your bag. Even a kid going to school, you can have it in their bag. They're so handy. We've got ones in the car. We've got these all over. So the way that you get this is you have your own class. And yes, we do them virtually. We don't call them parties. We call them workshops or classes. You have your own class where you invite your friends, and you can earn this. You can earn this. So just reach out to the person who's teaching you and be like, hey, I want to have a class. I have friends that want to be prepared. They're homesteaders, or they're preppers, or they're moms that want to have tools in their own home, or everybody in my family, all my friends need this, right? So just reach out to the person. You can host an online class. So there's 3 types of people who come to these classes. The first type, they want to live the wellness lifestyle. All the time that I've been talking, you've been thinking about, yes, that would help me. That would help me. I can see how that would make a shift for me. And the second type of person, you're thinking as you're listening to me, oh, so-and-so would love that, or that could really help my aunt or my friend at work. That would make such a difference for them. Or you might be the person that you're sitting here and you're like, I'm not quite sure how to financially fit this into my life. I want it. I want to make the change, and I don't know how to fit it in financially, right? So this second person where you share and you get your products paid for, we can show you how to do that. It really is like a middle piece between being just a customer or being a full-on, I'm building a business with this, right? We have sharers. They're passionate customers, and they almost can't help but keep their mouth shut about the changes it's made for them. And we help you to be able to make it so that what you're getting paid back each month is paying for your own products. So it's perfect. It's perfect for so many, especially of our stay-at-home mamas, right? And then the third is, if you're like me, you want to be an educator, you want to change people's lives, you want to see the transformation, you want to get those texts like I did about, she's like, I didn't even know that it was possible to hope that it would be different, right? If you want to teach an education, you want to make supplemental all the way up to full-time income, doTERRA has been our full-time income since 2011. We were able to help my husband, Darren, retire from his factory job and shift what he was doing at the age of 55. So that was quite a bit earlier than we originally planned for our life, right? And we're able to go when travel is okay. We've been able to go on humanitarian trips every single year since 2011, sometimes even 2. And if this is you and you like to help people, you're interested and passionate about natural, holistic, sustainable products, then we've got a plan for you too. So there is a beautiful joy about sharing the oils as a sharer and as a builder that I've already talked with you about, that text message that I got, right? Having financial resources it feels safe, and it's very fulfilling. It's fulfilling to be able to have resources to help other people. And that joy of knowing that I'm changing somebody's life, that being able to stand as a witness to see someone's transformation, that is priceless, right? So why now? Now, again, you guys can read. You can read over this. doTERRA is perfectly positioned to be exactly what you need it to be, especially if you're looking for that supplemental and replacement income. And the tribe of people that we have to help support you is phenomenal. You will make your best friends. I am 100% sure that you'll make your best friends. The ownership team their core values are very, very high and lots of integrity. The compensation plan, it is one that is set up for the long run for true residual income. It is not like, oh, sell, 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 money, money, money. It is set up for sustainable and true residual income. And again, we're debt-free. In fact, doTERRA was debt-free really quickly. If you don't know about that piece of doTERRA and how solid the company is, then I invite you to go reach out to the person who's been teaching you and ask for some specific articles about that. Been featured in Forbes and all kinds of magazines. And the fact that they're debt-free is phenomenal in any business, and especially in a network marketing business. So again, the tribe, you guys, I can't even tell you, some of the most phenomenal people in the world are attracted to being part of this movement of standing as a witness to people's transformations and helping them have the tools and the vehicle to do more than what they could even imagine was possible. You're going to love it. So you might have, how do I make money? How much time's involved? Like, how could this work for me? And like I promised, I'm going to tell you about the next steps, right? It's really easy. You help someone have an oil experience. You teach them about how to use the oils. You help them set up their account, and then you support them. And every single piece along here, we have a system, and we've got pieces in place to help you with that. The support that we do is team-wide support. We have weekly continuing ed classes. We have weekly support Zooms for builders. We've got our YouTube channel. We've got Facebook groups. We've got other non-Facebook ways to communicate out and support. So all those things are already built for you to just be able to support the people that you help bring in and you teach. It's really easy. Here's a glimpse of the income potential. If you're looking at paying for your own products, then you're looking at shooting for things that are all the way up to like that elite rank that you can see at the bottom of the scale. If you're looking for more like supplemental income, then you're looking at the ranks Premier, Silver, maybe up to Gold, depending on what supplemental income is for you. And then if you're looking for replacement income, then we're looking at those leadership ranks, and then all the way up to where you are being able to have resources to really impact and make a change in the world and be able to help others. And by the time someone is Blue Diamond, Blue Diamond, Presidential Diamond, you're making world impact kind of shifts and changes with your tribe and with your community and with what you're able to provide, right? So how much time's involved? This is a good rule of thumb. You want your oils paid for, it's about 3 to 5 hours a week. You want supplemental income, it's 5 to 15. Just kind of depends on you. You want to replace your income, you can see those numbers there. Now, the other thing that is good to keep in mind with this is, let's say you want to have your oils paid for, but you want to have them paid for by next month. Like you want to have everything in place so you can have them paid for next month. Well, then that means we'd hit the ground running. We would set up a few online workshops for you. We would help you to be able to share with a bunch of your friends and family and help those people that are ready to be like, yes, I really want to be making a lifestyle change with my own family too, be connected to you. And so that would take more time in a focused way, like hitting the ground running and doing that right away. And that's true for all of these. I've had people that have been like, I need to be making this much by next month because I want to quit my part-time job. So then we focus in, it's more hours at the beginning, but then as you get into the routine and you've got your systems in place, then you're falling into these patterns that are here. You want your oils paid for means you'll be doing things like letting your people know when there's a sale or letting them know when there's a BOGO week and helping them know about the education, the weekly education. And then a lot of our people that are in this category, they actually like being able to host their own classes regularly, like have the person that's their educator come along and do a quarterly workshop that's like just for their people kind of a thing. So that's where that 3 to 5 hours a week will come in, right? So again, this is just a guideline, and also just depends on how fast you want to get there. That is going to change how many hours that you're spending. I moved something around, so I changed that. So do you think it could work for you? These are the questions that I have people ask themselves. Are you passionate about a natural lifestyle? Do you like to help people and you want to witness and be part of the transformation? Can you follow a system? Have you been successful in other areas? Do you already know how to get things done, right? Is that something actually for a lot of people, is that something that actually makes you feel good about yourself? Like, I'm getting things done. Yes, I'm making a difference in the world. So if that's you, then this can work for you. So what's the next step? If you don't already have a wholesale account, then you need to reach out to the person who's teaching you, or me if it's me, and get that wholesale account set up. If you have a wholesale account already, don't just go in and upgrade. Please reach out to who's teaching you, because depending on the situation, doTERRA has a policy in place where it could be that the best way for you to be supported is to be able to as you upgrade, to be able to have your account shifted to a different place and the person who's teaching you into their organization. Maybe not. You might be placed in the perfect place, whether you're going to be building or not, but maybe. And the other thing is, with that upgrade, you need to be ready to help somebody else set up their account right away. So hold off, don't upgrade on your own. Reach out to the person that's teaching you first, and they'll determine exactly when's the best, like when are you ready to pull the trigger on that, upgrade your account, because you're ready to get your workshops going, right, and get started. Reach out for help. We're going to plug you in to all of the resources. We've got systems in place. You're not going to do this alone. You don't have to make it up on your own. It's your work, it's your effort, it's your business, and we are here to give you the tools and support that you can move along and not feel like you're having to create it all on your own. And honestly, while it's still fresh for you right now, start writing down the names of some people that you think would want to come to a workshop, would want to come to a virtual class, that would want to experience essential oils. Or if you're thinking about replacement income, who else is it that you're like, yeah, they're looking for something like this too. Like, I want to link arms with them. I want to grow a business together with them, right? Write down those peoples too. So thanks for joining me. This is the end of our class, and I cannot wait to see the transformation. Whether you're person number 1 and you're looking at how to have this change for you, you're person number 2 and you want to share and get your oils paid for and be able to start to witness that transformation in others and be a part of that for other people, or you're person number 3. You want supplemental or replacement income, and you really want to make a difference in the world, no matter what. We're excited to have you here, and I was happy to have you join our class. Again, remember, there's lots of resources on our YouTube channel, which is eoLIFE Education. Go there and subscribe. You'll always see when we upload a new video. And there's just dozens of continuing ed classes there about all kinds of topics. And there's even a few more about getting started with the business, if that's something you're interested with too. All right, have an amazing and wonderful day. Reach out to me if you have any questions at all. And I'm just so excited that I got to be here with you today. Bye.